What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Unfortunately, guys, I want to have this conversation about, some of these ladies out here who are very talented, very ambitious, work very hard. And guys, in the black community where we tend to have leaders who more likely could be female, I believe that's great. My mother was a lady that was a manager for many years. My grandmother was a minister of music, had her own business. So I come up from that kind of style of family, and I think that is great. Unfortunately, what tends to happen with women who tend to be more strong-minded in the private sector, they tend to be a lot more ambitious, which is nothing wrong with that. But based on certain, let's say, mitigating circumstances from Black America, they are more likely to have to be a little bit more masculine. And what happens is when they're more masculine as a self-defense, because that's how the enemy has set our people up against each other. What you see happening at a certain point is they turn off the guys who they could attract. And it's not uncommon to see very successful women. Now you're seeing it in their younger years with guys who are, I will call it, bums. You guys don't like me saying about Darius Jackson, but in comparison to Keke Palmer, he's a nobody, all right? He is a male husband. I'm not dissing the brother. I'm just giving my honest opinion of the situation. I don't know the guy. You see the same thing with Lonnie Love and James Welsh. He is a bum, okay? So once you get in a position where you're so adamant about, same thing Tia Mowry at one point and Corey Hardrick until he builds himself up, these women are so ambitious that they can't get men that can contribute to their lives in a meaningful way. So what happens is they have to go with what they can get. And like the late great James Cleveland used to say, when you come to altar prayer, he used to tell the ladies in the church to take their purse because everybody in the church ain't holy. Is that right? So now, if we were to transpose that thinking to the dating market, unfortunately for many successful Black women, they find out that every guy who's smiling in your face don't love you, even when you marry them. And this is the case with Shirley Strawberry. Now, Shirley Strawberry is a lady that's 70 years old, looks great. She marries this guy, Ernesto Williams, 59. Looks like an old player, right? Been married like 1,000 times, failed business guy. And then he's in prison for some egregious things. One of those things is he has images of somebody doing something with an animal, a mammal, who is underage. Now, despite having that evidence, and despite the fact that he had several women, or at least one woman, having explicit conversations about sex, about what he's going to do to them and all this stuff, this woman has stood by this guy, even to the detriment of her own daughter falling out with her, even to the detriment of being close to being bankrupt, losing money, being exposed, having to come out and justify this to Steve Harvey and apologizing to his wife, all over somebody who don't give a damn about her, just calling the guy in jail, calling the guy in prison, everything like this. The guy is, I think, also married in another state, just crazy stuff. And I wonder, what is it worth for some of these women out here for them to be this successful in their financial life, only to get with the person who is just gonna bleed them dry and not offer anything to them? Let's flip the script. Look at Zion Williamson, guys. Zion Williamson was with this lady, I forgot this adult star, all right? This lady is crazy, by the way. You guys know her. We see it with so many different brothers who get money, they're dealing with IG models, things like this. Now, they work hard to get this money. To be a professional athlete is not just about talent. It's about hard work, okay? Now, after that, Mariah Mills is her name. So you work hard, so hard, in your professional thing. You forget to develop common sense and values because everybody's so focused on money. Everybody's crazy about money, guys. Money this, money that. I used to be the same way. Life is not about a goddamn dollar anymore. It's okay to have money. It's great to have money. Life is not about money. It's good to have money. Life is about values. It's about goals. It's about people. as much as money is a part of that. But when you chase money, you lose everything else. And then when you got money, you don't have no values. So you end up in a position where you lose the money. Ask Allen Iverson, ask Vin Baker, ask Mike Tyson. Guys who seem to be much happier now without the money. So then you get all that hard work to get this money to lose it to somebody who don't even care about you because you don't have no values. And a lot of times you find out these people are around these folks, they shouldn't be there. Okay? Shirley Strawberry, a lady who, if I feel, had more personal responsibility, would have never met this guy at all. But man, it gets lonely at night. She wants somebody, having a hard time meeting somebody. And unfortunately, and as many ladies will find out, once you get to a certain age, a lot of guys don't take you that serious. And I'm gonna tell you why it is. It's not because you're not beautiful. It's not because you're not smart. It's not because you're black. It is because at that point, a lot of folks is in the game. Let me give you an example. I have a Halloween thing coming up for the Pan-African Dating Show. And I got that and the Halloween edition. Now in this edition, I tried to get a decorator, one of the best ones here in the country to do it. And I had the money, I had everything. They said, listen, we are booked heavily this time of year. Can't even accept your offer. Wasn't that they wasn't willing to take my offer. It wasn't that. It was just that they're so busy doing what they do, I ain't got time. So what happens to a lot of ladies, unfortunately, when the guys that you want are there, it's not that they won't deal with you. It is just they're already gone. When you're a man that has a level of success, because you know, men are built. Women are too, but men are built more. They have more struggles to go through in manhood than I feel women do too, but it's a different way. Men have more tough challenges, you know, especially if you're not a good looking man, all that, to be who you are. It's a lot of work involved in that. Once you kind of get there, you know, everything is there. Women, who they're also built in many ways, but the qualities that may build them are not equivocal or equivalent to what builds men. When men build themselves and characteristics, it's a very masculine thing. When women may do it, it's not so feminine to a guy. So now you find a guy who you got to take care of. Then this guy is doing all of these horrible things. You know, this guy has all of these horrible situations going on. And then you get completely embarrassed by that, which you should, and nobody deserves that. But could that have been mitigated with a different response? With a different attitude towards certain things? Could that have been mitigated? Surely. And we have to understand that, especially even men, making money ain't everything, man. You have to spend time with your lady. You got to do this. You know, you got to be nice. You got to be respectful. It's a lot of things that we got to understand that life is about people, guys. Overall, life is about people. Money is secondary. Life is about people. First and foremost, life is about people. And we don't want to understand that, but it's the truth. And now look at her. This lady is thoroughly embarrassed by the media, by whoever else. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Appreciate you for all you just heard the bell. We're out.